Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Sun is up now. So I done did my little thing, but I got a little concept I want to run by you. How you like that? So, in the rant, interference, got a little different concept. I'm trying things a little different. See how I can shake some up, but still all for the purpose of teaching. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories. For life, I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is know thyself. You see where we're going with this. Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through? Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to my yacht, be true. Excuse me. And always to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about, I see y'all young people, and I respect y'all gangster for having knowledge and understanding and getting all the stuff you got, but I have what I call ancient knowledge. And I would take my ancient knowledge over modern belief system, aka religion. If all you got is your religious concept, you don't have enough. That's not to me personally, but it's fine. But don't try to convince me of it, how good. No, you can't sell me on that book. Trust me. So stop trying that. And I don't teach nothing from that book. I try to make understanding because I do understand. I don't teach from it. I use it as a reference to show you the problems I show you with it. Okay, so let's talk about it. I would take ancient knowledge over modern belief system, aka religion, any day. Why? It's the difference in belief and knowing. I have knowledge of our ancient ancestors, aka we call that the spiritual truth, aka self-knowledge. I don't need no scholarly knowledge. I don't care two craps about your biblical knowledge either. Understand that with respect, please. Give me self-knowledge so I can attain what? Self-mastery, so I can live a good life that I'm comfortable living on a day-to-day basis. I hold myself accountable to do that. Okay, so again, let's break it down. Scholarly knowledge, degrees, oh, that's fine. That's fine. I got a problem with that. But to have scholarly knowledge without self-knowledge, scholarly knowledge is good. What? For earning money and getting fancy things in life, big car, nice house. Okay, but you're still missing something. And y'all come with that. Well, I'll get that later. Later never comes. So the more scholarly knowledge that you acquire, what happens? I just said my man do it, Neil deGrasse. He said, don't get mad at me. This is just a fact. The more smarter they get, the more advanced knowledge you obtain, the less religious you are. And if that's so, I ain't religious at all. So how much knowledge do I have? Again, if you into titles, positions, to exercise your power, to soothe your ego over people, okay? That's not nothing other than self-serving, okay? And those things are for what? Egotistical people. They love to snap, okay? You doing you. You ain't serving God, okay? The ego is all about what? Me, I did it. My dude, he is humble as they come. He ain't taking credit for nothing. I said, he said, give it all to God. He ain't gonna deviate. I love that. If you gonna be or do, be it, do it. I don't care. I ain't got to agree with it. I ain't got to subscribe to it. But if it's working for you, knock yourself out, because that's how I feel about what I'm doing. I don't care about what nobody thinks feel about me, what I do. I'm just trying to help someone else who may want to do it. Other than that, I could care less. But if you're going to stand for something, stand. That's all. I stand for what I represent. That's all. And again, the sage title, that's what I've done. Teaching, helping. Okay, that's fine. I ain't no, I ain't got time for that crap. I do what I do here. When you want what I got, you can find me. I'm here every day. Moving on. Man, I love this. Man is what? God's greatest creation. Oh, he created a lot of stuff. Yeah, everything. We know that. But out of all the creation, he only gave one of them what? What he got? Consciousness. Did you know that? That's knowledge. They don't teach you that in the Bible. Okay, that's information that they don't want you to have. Yeah, consciousness is what man has over dominion over all the animals on the earth. I know that. I can't say it and try to get that history, but talking about that, don't do nothing if you don't really understand it or put it to use. Again, my point, man is God's greatest creation. It's so good. He had to get in it. How good is that? Okay, if you try your own, I'm old school. If I got some cocaine, I'm going to check it out, see how good. Woo, okay. Before I give it to you, I got to doctor it up a little bit. Why? You won't be able to handle it like that. I'm pure. I take my stuff pure. If I'm going to drink something, give it to me straight. I don't want no cut. I don't want no chaser. So that's old school. That's just my philosophy. I've always thought that way in life. And with God, it works perfect. Oh, I'm all in. If it worked for wrong, it worked for drug, it's got to be good for God. And he okays it. You can teach them to get to me any way you want. So I got everything at my disposal. I'm going to give you everything but the kitchen sink. If I need to do that, I'm going to bust you upside the head with that. But I take the truth. Let's go. That's what I got for you. Again, as I look at it, as personally, the human body, woo, man, oh, the intricate art is just everything. You can't even break it down. Why? Because you got guys who studying the human body anatomy for years, and they still finding new stuff. Okay, that's why this thing here is a bad man. Okay, and God, watch this. The human body is the greatest thing known to man. But it works, watch this. It is a work of what? God, what we call art, masterpiece. We are the best of the best. We just don't know that. I've been saying, know thyself, remember it. Why? Because your spirit been here a while. Your body got memory, but you had to become conscious. He gave you that to use that. I'm going to give you every opportunity I could to show you. Use this thing up here other than the damn hat rack. I keep mine covered because it's my dome. I know what the deal is. I cover mine. But again, this body that God gave us is a master work of art. But if you study yourself, your own body, yours, and it's made of what? What it's made of? It works when what? When the mind, it's a mind control mechanism. And this thing up here, again, you put the harmony with the spirit and the conscious. That's what God is. He ain't physical. That's the human part. What's inside us is him. We got to understand that. A lot of people, no, I'm just trying to get you to understand. I ain't got time for that game with you. God knew what? Just what he was doing. I did a creation story for a reason. That's an important part of just understanding God. He created himself. Who created God? He created himself. Simple. Answer that question. Move right along. Now, let's get to the process of creation, that what we conceptualize. And everybody got their story, okay? But when he created us, in his image. He gave us spirit and consciousness. He put it in the physical body. That's us. Hope you're understanding this. And we call them what? Human beings. But a human being is a physical thing with spirit. That dictates a physical body, a dead body ain't human. Okay? It's just a body. It's just nothing. What makes it human? The spirit life. Come on now. And watch this. Human beings who are ignorant, and we are all born ignorant. Caterpillars are all born caterpillars, but they're supposed to turn into a butterfly. Those who don't just had the misfortune. They didn't make it. Okay, same thing with human beings. We are spiritual beings having human experience. What we here to do? Know ourselves. Why? In order for the spirit to go home, it got to know who it is. Your job is to do just that. Or it can't go home, so we got to go get another body. We call it reincarnation. Oldest story known. And it's a continuation. Now I got this new thing about the archons, the sucking, all that, the matrix. Whatever you conceptualize and sell to somebody that they believe it, they pretty much believe anything. So when you give them the truth, they're going to fight you tooth and nail. I just give it to you. I ain't trying to fight. Moving on. When I see you struggling, if I try to help you, you don't want my help, continue to struggle. Moving on. Again, human beings, we are who are ignorant of the self. We are until we what? Get knowledge of self. And that will always what? Just be human beings. If you go through life, ego, thinking, me, my, I, just gotta have that. So when you get close to the light spot to shut out, you think you die, you think, I got less for that coming on in death. When you're ignorant, you're going to die. Yep. And you deserve to be. Why? For your ignorance. You had ample enough time to get what you need to get, and you didn't. Your choice, so you get what you deserve. Death. But as an Akus, what the hell is that? That's an enlightened being walking the earth doing what? Good and great deeds for who? Their higher self, and help other people, selfish service, giving good advice, help them out in life. That's just a regular thing what we do. If you're enlightened, you can do that. AKA enlightened beings are what? You ready? Gods in the flesh. Who what? Know they are God while they're in the flesh. So they don't have to worry about what? Dying. The flesh is just something holding them while they're here, and the flesh die. Ding, ding, ding. That's the ticket. But if you're ignorant, death scares the hell out of you. Moving on. That's the difference in knowing and not knowing thyself. Or even believing in God. Okay, if you ain't putting the work in, makes a difference. God again is what? Spirit, heart, consciousness, mind. You get them to work together inside your human body, you are become what? One with God now. Why? You know who you are. Duh. We can dress this thing up, and they've been doing it since the beginning of time. Anyway, however you want. I got a few outfits I can put on you. Let's go. I got one right here for you. Watch this one. Now, God is what? Spirit, consciousness. That's it. No, stop. That's God. Human physical form is us in the flesh. Watch this. If we are that in the flesh, what? God's. Again, we need to become conscious of that. That's the key. First of all, we are 2/3 God. Now, the Trinity, you need three to make. I'm going to have the triangle in these three. God comes in three: hidden, seen, and manifest. That's what we can do. We can conceive it, we can understand it, and we can manifest. That's in his image. Hello. But we in the physical form. So we have limitations in the physical form. He has no limitation. Why? He ain't in the physical form. The devil tell you that. The devil say, well, what body occurred? Oh, I know. I just like God. I'm in your mind. Okay? Another lesson, but that's the concept. But we're 2/3 God. Why? Spirit and consciousness. That's what he give us. Those are gifts from God. Now, it's our job to what? As human beings, why we here? To become conscious of that fact and know who we are and give God back what? His spirit. Take it back. Here it's still just, it's ours. Until you lighten it, it ain't going home. God, it ain't, you got to purify it. You got to wake it up. And again, we back to the heart. That's the spirit. Consciousness, that's the brain. That's what we think. When we become, or we live what? Thinking right, doing right, living right, virtuous, doing good things, something will happen. Internally, the serpent will wake up, the Kundalini serpent. Why? Because when you activate goodness inside you, God will let you know inside you, not outside you. He'll reward outside you, but he got to wake up inside you first. And God is what? All conscious. If you know God, you know yourself, you become all conscious. But as an individual, you only get there by having what? Knowledge of self. God will grant you all the other stuff, but you got to get to there, okay? And he gave us what? You ready? That pineal gland, we call it third eye. I did less about that, but I keep bringing that up. Y'all got to realize it's something inside you. And the serpent, once it reached that third eye, that pineal gland, ding, 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 ding. That's the jackpot. Now, you and God, you can communicate. I'm on a one-to-one basis with God. First name. Okay, we talk every day. 10 years ago, I told my brother that he thought I was crazy. I said, oh, everybody in history talks to God. Everybody talks to God. I tell you, I talk to God. I've got to be crazy. I'm telling you now, I talk to God every day. Simple. Moving on. What you think about that? I don't care. Don't really care. Could care less. All right? I ain't trying to prove or convince nobody about nothing, but I can give you the information that I know I get from him, and you can use it too, and you get to communicate with him on your own. That's what it's all about. That pineal gland is what I call the communication device to get to God. He gave us that for a reason. That little thing, oh yeah, the three wise men, the thalamus, the 3 parts of the brain, the 12 cranial nerves of the brain, that's what y'all call Christ's disciples. It's all metaphorical. It's all symbolical. 12, 7, 3, certain numbers are for a reason, okay? And when you understand the esoteric lessons, you feel more better about what? Knowing things about life. Why? That everybody ain't paying attention to. I see a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like, I didn't waste my time. Okay? I do what I do here. When I leave here, I ain't got to teach nothing. I can just live and be. Because a lot of y'all don't want to learn nothing. Okay, moving on. God is not new. Understand this, Christians. That little Bible you got, 2,500 years, that's 1/12 of the damn zodiac. How about that? Pisces, okay? We've been in the Pisces for the last 2,500 years. Now we left that way and what? Pisces was mysterious. You know, those have everything got to be, don't tell nobody. No. Secrets, mysteries. Okay, they pushed that dynamic for 2,000 years. Who? The Romans. They used it to their benefit. Now we start to become conscious. They got a problem with it. Oh, they about to be like, yeah. And their biggest nightmare is that we, wake up and become one and raise up and take back the power. And he might think he's going to be enslaved. But God been around a long time. Okay? And now with y'all modern concepts, this is 2,000-year religion nonsense. Okay, I ain't got a problem with it. I just don't, I have no need for it. Why? I got something else. That's why, no other reason. Okay, so I respect y'all. Like I said, I fellowship with you every week. Best friends, really. Come on. Get past that. I'm just giving you a philosophy. How about that? I'm not here competing with religion. Man have been getting what? To God for tens of thousands of years. That I know. So being a Christian and talking about Christ, that's fine. That's cool. That's all right. But don't pour that nonsense on me. Moving on. That's all. And watch this. Just not what? Since the Bible started. I think Bible is, we had a book coming forth by day, long time before the Bible. And the Bible acronym what? Basic instruction before leaving earth. Where you going if you ain't staying on earth? Oh, the body's still here. Where the spirit going? Y'all call it heaven. Okay, we call it a mentor. Okay, we call it whatever. The area where fill the reeds, where the spirits go to eternity. There's no time there. There's no limit there. But that's where you want to go. Why? That's where the spirits come from. That's where it's come from. We call it the noon. Okay, go back to what you started. And understand this. Self-knowledge, again, is what our ancients taught. Their philosophy was all about self. Know thyself. Get knowledge of self. Know who you are. Why? You'll find out later. If you don't know why, we as a people bought somewhere else. You get where I'm going at. They knew this a long time ago. I'm not here to get history lessons, but the idea is to get self-knowledge. That means know you. And learning how your body and your mind functions and works together as one. That's enough stuff to keep you busy right there. Okay, don't worry about how they know, worry about you. Take care of you. And again, self-knowledge is what? Knowing thyself. Who is thou? If you didn't know, thy will be done on earth as done in our heaven. Thy kingdom come. Hello, thy is God. Please understand that. I don't know. I know by this time you sure know what that is. Okay, but we said that for a reason. Without God, you are a lost cause. You are an egotistical individual walking around thinking and believing, but when it's all said and done, you're going to have to pay the consequences. Why? Reincarnation. And you get to know thyself how? Again, through daily practice, study, and living what you learn, a righteous and virtuous, selfless lifestyle that operates on your personal efforts that you put out. And nobody's responsible for that. That's all on you. These is qualities that you can master. That's the whole idea. Learn the laws and principles and abide by them and see how they work out for you. They do work. Okay? 10 Commandments of the Bible work if you practice them, follow them. They, like I said, they don't. Moving on. But God gave man conscience, not religion. Okay? Why? Because he wants you to think. You need to have knowledge so that what? We can know. We can what? That we are God's in the flesh. Consciously, we need to know that the spirit that's in the flesh is of God. So we are what? God's walking the earth with knowledge of self. When you do that, you can just live and do everything you want to do. Anybody say you got to stop living? No. I live a fruitful life every day. Serve God, everything I do. But I'm not running around, praise the Lord, I act like a damn fool. No, I ain't no holy roller, whatever they call y'all. But no, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. And with spiritual knowledge, you conduct yourself, you carry yourself in a certain way. That's the difference. Moving on. I ain't going to run talking this, I'm that. Nope, I'll show you. Mayat is the philosophy I practice, a.k.a. she represents what? Duality, order, justice, reciprocity, anything that's righteous and good, all that's divine. Why? Because she gives us choices to make. 50-50 choice. You can do this, you can do that. You can be good, you can be bad. You can serve yourself, you can serve God. You can do anything if you have a choice. If without a choice, you don't have the ability to decide. That's what Maya represents. That's why you see me paying her due. Why? In life, you got two brains for a reason. You got one pineal gland. Certain parts of your body, you only got one up. You notice that? Moving on. So this is all by design. All right, where we at? Okay. Again, God is not physical. God will never be physical. Why? Because the spirit has to be a human being for God to exist in the flesh. That's what makes us human. The human experience is what the spirit needs to have, what? To know itself, to go home. You got to connect to what? A conscious, yours. And with knowledge of self, which is your conscious understanding, you can what? Know God for yourself. Why? That's how it's done. You can't know God after you die. You ain't do no good there. No, you ain't no jack. All right? But religion don't get you to know thyself. It gets you to believe in a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm not with that. Okay? They want you to what? Believe in what? I don't need to believe a damn story. I don't know. If you tell me it's a story, you tell me it's a myth, you tell me it's allegory, okay, I can listen, I can follow along, and I'll play along. But don't tell me it's literal. I'm not going to play that. No, I'm not going to let you do that. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, don't tell me they're too young to know the truth. No, they ain't. You ain't never too young to know the truth. Ain't no Santa Claus. Ain't no Jesus. Yeah, this is all symbolical. That's all you need to understand. And now you can use it for what it's intended, to learn to help you become what? Your best self. This is learning process. Religion is meant to link you back to your source. I get it, I understand it, but y'all ain't doing a good job at that. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. Ancient knowledge, okay, is what I have. I don't give a crap about that Bible. I don't give a crap about none of the religious books you got. Understand that. Why? I got ancient knowledge, and it's knowledge of self. So I don't need nothing else. Respectfully. And what's this? Ancient knowledge, a.k.a. our spiritual truth about us, was hidden. It was hidden. By who and why? That's a whole nother lesson. I've been trying to wake you up to that knowledge for a long time, but right now, I just put it out there, so I'm coming back and break it down. They stole it, repackaged it, and gave it back to the world like it's theirs. Sound familiar? That book that y'all got, that ain't ours, that's theirs. Moving on, let me just get out of there. I see the clock. Oh, I got this. Oh, my bad. All right, let me wrap this up. All right. Now, I know how the human body and the mind works. Why? I got mine. After years of practice and study, I mastered the art of what? Myself. Okay. I learned a lot of stuff, but the main thing was myself. And I went to the northeast corner for Mama Solid Brothers. I was a Mason a long time. And we always practiced, and nothing in the northeast corner. I went to the northeast corner over 35 years ago. And guess what? I found the truth. And that's what set me free. Not Freemasonry. No. Y'all ain't really free. Moving on. I don't care for your modern concepts, aka religious, biblical concepts about God. Why? I have our ancient ancestors' truth about God. I don't need your stories. I listen, yeah, I was gonna say, but when you try to tell me what you telling me is the truth, no, then we can start that nonsense right there. Ain't nothing truth about that book. So don't try to sell me that one. Please, moving on, respectfully. Our ancients was the highest civilization ever known to man and haven't been matched since. And they use the philosophy that I practice now, Maya, Shita, Netta, Shmata, that's what our ancients lived by. They did good as a civilization, as a people. Whatever right things I got, we doing fine. Can the Christians say that? And that's a bunch of y'all. Can the Muslims say that? It's a bunch of y'all. Everybody claims it's a bunch, but what are you actually doing? Are you changing anything? Excuse me. Moving on. That's a philosophy that changes you. Belief system just wants you to go along with the program. I'm not that dude. Wrapping it up. Call me old school. Yep. Why? Because I don't do this new thing because everybody else is doing. What? I do what works for me. I ain't saying new don't work. I just say I'm doing what works for me. And I don't mean incorporate myself with the new stuff. Why? Because my son said, Dad, the old way is still working for me. I get the concept. I understand it. Hope you do. That's the lesson. I got to go. Wow, I know it's going to be that long, but I had to make that point clear. Hope I did. And in closing, right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. Me 100 minus a day. So I never know my right thinkers, even if you follow belief system, who passed away. I'm out.